All right, Shalom Israel. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And Shalom to Lekman out there doing this work of faith and labor of love and true sincerity. All right, yeah, this is the brother Shalimah, and I wanted to come with a quick lesson, on who is the supreme being, of the Ashanti. I meant to do this, a while back, but the spirit move, how the spirit move. So just get into this bit of edification, and Lord willing, through the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, this be edifying, to furthermore show proof, that who the supreme being of the Ashanti is, basically co-aligns or aligns, with the scriptures, and and who we worship as, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Okay. So with that, get us to the point. It says, it's cut off. Part of it is on the next page, but it says, the supreme being among the Ashanti is Onyame, but in conversation, the nominal prefix O is generally elated, and we usually find the word even in writing Yame, Niyame. Okay, so what it's basically getting into is, how to pronounce, the supreme being of the Ashanti's name. And the O and the N, are basically silent. So you would just pronounce the word as Yame, as they have here. It says what? Which, it says would leave as the significant part of the word Yame. So that's how you pronounce, who their worship's name. Okay, and, further on here, they go through the similarities between the Hebrew and the Ashanti language, and how certain letters or certain characters interchange the same way how they do in the Hebrew as in the Ashanti language, which furthermore proves that, the Ashanti language had to come from what? A Semitic root. That's because what? There are the 12 tribes of Israel, okay, Hebrews. All right, so picking up from that point, it says here, this establishes a surprising similarity between the Ashanti Yame and the Hebrew Tetragrammaton Yahweh, and the fact that the latter is commonly regarded as having been derived from the verb Haya, to be, which in turn has an equivalent in Ashanti, Ya, Yea, which also meaning to be, only strengthens the presumption that the one was derived from the other, or that both came from the same Semitic root. Right, and that's the case. What? They both come from what? The same Semitic root. What said what? Haya was to be in the Hebrew, and what? They had what? Yah and the Ashanti, which also means to be. And amongst, keep in mind too, what? That the Ashanti is predominantly of the tribe of Benjamin, and amongst Benjamin today, when they call upon, the power, what they say Yah or they say Jah, which is the same thing, which furthermore proves the point, So going to the next point, it says identification with Yahweh. Furthermore, among the attributes of the Ashanti, Yame stands out Bore Bore, meaning creator, the exact equivalent in sound and signification with the participle Bore of the Hebrew verb bara. It should be bara'ah, okay, to create. So what? In the Ashanti language, what? They have the word Bore Bore, which means creator. And in the Hebrew, you have the word bara'ah, which means to create. So once again, you see a similarity, between the two languages. All right. To furthermore show, that they speak broken Hebrew. Okay, the Ashantis basically speak broken Hebrew. All right. So it says again, Yame is called Yankopan, signifying Yame alone, great one, and Yankopan Kwame, which means Yame alone, great one, to whom Saturday is dedicated, which is assuredly an easy equivalent for the Lord of the Sabbath. So they have what? This term here, in the Ashanti language, Yankapan Kwame, which basically means what? Yame, to whom, Saturday is dedicated, which loosely translated would mean what? Lord of the Sabbath. Okay? And that's all what? In line, what? With the scriptures, man. To furthermore prove, that they are Israelites, and that the power in which they worship, of course, they don't have the true name, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, but showing you that in a form, that they're trying to worship the Most High. You know. So going on to the next point that I have is here. This is page 78. It says I start from where I got it highlighted. It says, there is a common saying among the Ashanti, no priest may look upon the face of his God or his power and live, which sounds remarkably like an echo of Yahweh's warning to Moses at Mount Sinai. Thou canst not see my face, for man shall not see me and live. All right, and the precept to that is what? Exodus 33 and 20. So that matches right up in line with the saying in the Ashanti, no priest may look upon the face of the Most High and live, which, exactly what the Most High said unto Moses, So that furthermore proves another point. Okay, so going back here, all right, this is an Ashanti myth, all right, and it says, this myth recounts how Yahweh, the sky god, had various sons, of whom one in particular was a Beyayer, favorite son. Now, who is that favorite son? That favorite son is Jacob, you Israelites. Because it said what? He had various sons, meaning what? Various children, referring to all of the people upon the face of the earth. But out of what? All the people upon the face of the earth, he had one favorite son, or one favorite and chosen line. Okay? And with that, I got this precept here. This is Deuteronomy 32, and I start at verse 8. It says, when the Most High divided the nations their inheritance, okay, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. For the Lord's portion is his people, Jacob is a lot of his inheritance. Right, so what? That shows you what? Favoritism that he had. What? The Most High chose what? A favorite son, a favorite chosen line, a favorite seed amongst all the nations, which is the nation of Israel. Okay? So going on, all right, it says Yahweh decided to send these children of his down to the earth in order that they might receive benefits from and confer them upon mankind. Okay, so with this point right here, it says what? These children were sent down to earth in order that they might receive benefits from him. All right, and the precept that I got for that is Psalm 68 and 19. It says, blessed be the Lord who daily loadeth us with benefits, even the power of our salvation. Salah. Okay, so what? How it said what? That we might receive benefits from him. And that precept matches right in line with him. So we receive benefits from the Most High, and it says what? And confer them upon mankind. So what? In turn, we're supposed to refer them unto the other nations, but not in this time frame. But once the kingdom comes, then the other nations, they're going to have to learn our laws, statutes, and our commandments, and they're going to have to worship Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, just as we worship the Lord. Okay, and we're going to be the judges of the earth, and we're going to confer all the laws, statutes, and commandments upon them, and they're going to have to follow them to the T, because we're going to be perfect in the kingdom. Okay, so that proves that point right there. All right, so the next point here, it says it was the community and not the individual that was sure of the permanent and unfailing help of the deity. It was a national, not a personal providence that was taught by ancient religion. So what? The community was assured of the permanent and unfailing help of the deity, and as a whole, the nation of Israel is assured what? A permanent and unfailing help of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai by him making a covenant with our forefathers. Now, right now, the Most High is only for the elect, the 144,000 and a 1/3. But overall, the scriptures say that what? And all Israel shall be saved, because the rest of the 2/3, they're going to come back as our children in the kingdom. So ultimately, the Most High is going to have a permanent and unfailing help on the nation of Israel as a whole, but later on in the kingdom. All right, and for that, I got a precept. This is Psalms 105, start at verse 6. It says, O ye seed of Abraham, his servant, ye children of Jacob, his chosen. He is the Lord our power, and his judgments are in all the earth. He hath remembered his covenant forever. Okay, that's permanent. His covenant or his promise with our forefathers, Abraham down to Isaac and down to Jacob. Okay, he's remembered that forever. The word which he commanded unto 1,000 generations, which covenant he made with Abraham, and his oath unto Isaac, and confirmed the same unto Jacob for a law, and to Israel for an everlasting covenant. So that everlasting covenant, what that's that permanent and unfailing help of our power, as it says right here on this page. Okay. So with that, go to the next point. Yes, lock it. Okay, here we go. All right, now this on page 80. It says Ashanti religion. All right, and it says, for even independent of the superstitions of Obey, okay, because that's what they practice. They practice Obey, which they call it really, that Obey is short, but it's really called Obeyfo, and that's their wickedness that they practice or whatever, and they do rituals, and they have powers and stuff like that from Satan. And I actually happened to talk to a guy that was from the Ashanti tribe, but I knew through the spirit that he was a Hamite because I read his spirit, and he saw me reading the book at work, and he was saying about, oh yeah, the Obeyful, he was like, yeah, it's real powerful. So he was telling me a little bit about the things that they do, and it's nothing but pure wickedness. So they're using that Obey, that's their witchcraft, man, because it's nothing but serpent worship. Okay, so it says, for even independent of the superstitions of Obey, under the heading of Ashanti beliefs in non-human spiritual powers. Okay, so what the Ashanti have beliefs in non-human spiritual powers. Okay, and what throughout the scriptures you constantly see references of spiritual powers. Quick point on the spiritual powers. This is Revelations chapter 11, verse 5. And if any man will hurt them, fire proceedeth out of their mouth, and devoureth their enemies. And if any man will hurt them, he must in this manner be killed. These have power to shut heaven, that it rain not in the days of their prophecy, and have power over waters to turn them to blood, and to smite the earth with plagues as often as they will. Right? So that's the power we're going to have. So that's what those non-human spiritual powers. Because, the Most High has brought us down ultimately to a lower state within these bodies, so that we don't have the same power which we used to have. But he's going to pour that power upon us once again. And it's going to be greater than ever, So, with that, I'm going to continue on. It says, we find Captain Rattray stating, in the latter category are included all deities from the supreme being, Yame or Yankapon. Okay, and just another quick point to add that the Ashanti, they worship different deities, but out of all the deities that they worship, okay, Yame is the supreme being. Okay, and what the Most High, he's the supreme. Okay, he's the top authority. All right, because what the scriptures say, that the gods of the other nation are idols. So there are many different gods considered, within this world, and how the public view or those who are not woken up see things. But we know the supreme being out of all of these false gods to be what? Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, the true and living power. Okay. So it says, in the latter category are included all deities from the supreme being Yame or Yankapon, who dwells somewhere aloof in his firmament. And what the Most High, he dwells out in the firmament, okay, out there in the fourth dimension, out there in the heavens. Okay, it says, down to those to whom he delegates some of his powers as his vice regents upon earth. Okay, and what he said, that he passed power basically down to his vice regents upon the earth. Vice regent basically means ruler, and So this basically means what? His co-rulers upon the earth. So he gave unto the nation of Israel his powers to be his co-rulers upon the earth, because it's a power structure. You know, you have the Mosai, you know, Yahweh Shai, you have the angels, and you have us here in physical form as co-rulers upon the face of the earth. Even though we don't have that title now, but we know through the Spirit that's who we truly are, and we will rise to that very shortly, Lord's will. You know, so we're the Most High's co-rulers upon the earth. We're a continuation of the Most High, okay, and His rulership, okay. So reading on, it says there. Oh yeah, with that, matter of fact, I forgot. Yeah, I got the precept written right there. All right, and this is Psalms 82:1. The Most High standeth in the congregation of the mighty. He judges among the gods. Right? So it said the Most High standeth in the congregation of the mighty, and he judgeth amongst the gods. So that's what? Showing you that how he delegates his powers to his vice regents upon the earth. Because he's the supreme being, and what? And he judges among the gods. And who is that? That's us. Because in the next scripture it says, verse 6, I have said ye are gods, and all of you are the children of Most High, but ye shall die like men and fall like one of the princes. Right? So what? We are the gods, you know, but the Most High is the supreme power. He's the supreme God. All right? So it says, there are the lesser gods, right? As I just, you know, read in what? Psalms 82:6. We are the lesser gods, okay, who in their turn are graded in a regular descending scale until they reach or at times almost merge into that class which the Ashanti themselves name Suman, who are the lowest grades of superhuman powers. Okay, so what? We're the lesser gods. What? Who in their turn are graded in a regular descending scale. So what? It comes from what? Yahweh Shem Shai, you know, the angels, you know what I'm saying, so on and so forth, down to what? The men of great millstone, okay? And then it deals what? You know, the captains, the generals, so on and so forth, down to the soldier, you know, within his truth. Okay, so what? We're the lesser gods in a regular descending order. Because what? The Most High set up that order. Okay? So that shows you, you know, more of the point, you know, just the similarities between, you know, the Ashanti and how they carry their customs and their God and their gods, so on and so forth, that it correlates exactly, you know, with the scriptures and how Yahweh Bashim Yahushai sets up order and what? A regular descending order or a regular descending scale. Okay? And it says what? You know, that what? We're in a class, well, it says that class which the Ashanti themselves name Suman, who are the lowest grades of superhuman powers. We're the lowest grade of superhuman powers right now, you know, because what? Even the angels, they have more. The angels have more power than us. We're the lowest grade of superhuman powers right now. Like what? When you look at, you know, Michael Jordan and different, you know, Jake's dunking from the foul line and stuff like that. That's a low grade of what? Superhuman powers. And what David said, you know, at one point, you know what? He leaped over a wall, man. You know, and men were much taller back then, and you know how they built things were much bigger back then. So they did what? Super things that were seemed superhuman. Okay, so these were lower forms of superhuman powers. Okay, so you know that pretty much proves that point. You know, with the Most High. Okay, and I just got a quick pointer. You know, to show as far as yeah, the relation with Yahweh Shai. Okay, and here, you know what, it just says what? Redeemer. So basically what, I'm not going to read this part, but it says, you know, Redeemer. So it's letting you know that what? They did believe in a Redeemer. And who was our Redeemer? Yahweh Shai. You know, by his blood that he shed for us. Okay, so the next point is yeah, here, Takora. Okay, it says, in connection with the same concept of Redeemer, we might call attention to Tano or Takora, the greatest of the Ashanti gods upon earth. Okay, and what? Yahweh Shai walked upon earth, and what? He was, as a what? Go back into Psalms 82:6. I said, ye are gods. You know, so what? Yahweh Shai, he was the greatest God or the greatest power that walked upon the face of the earth. Okay, So, and this is relationship. What Takora is in relationship with Yahweh Shai. All right. So it says he has a material element about him, and yet is considered as the son of the supreme being. Okay. So what Takora, he's considered as the son of the supreme being. That's straight to the point. There's no need to pretty much elaborate on that. It says, and we find his invocation to Korah, that great spirit which is everywhere. Now, essentially, what Yahweh is everywhere because He is the breath, but at the same time, through the Spirit, we can say that Yahweh Shai is everywhere. Why? Because Yahweh Shai is the Word. Yahweh Shai is these words, the Holy Scriptures. Okay, so what? Yahweh Shai is everywhere. In each individual camp and dealing with each and every individual brother that's preaching the true doctrine in the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. So the Mosai and Yahweh Shai is everywhere, and they're dealing with brothers throughout the four corners of the globe. So Yahweh Shai is everywhere in essence. Okay, so it says, according to Captain Rattray, who had requested the priest to make him a new shrine, this answer to his request came supposedly from Tano himself, but through the priest who appeared, or at least feigned to be in a trance. I am not named Akora because I am old, Akora an old man, but I am called Takora. If it be that anything is spoiled, I mend it. Korah, to mend. Okay? He mended our relationship by patching things up with us and Yahweh, but by shedding his blood for us. Okay? Because what? Yahweh Shai is the door, and nobody can get to the Father except through him. So he's there bridging that gap between us and the Most High, and he mended our relationship and brought us back in the light and the love of Yahweh. Okay? So going on, it says, now if he had come to me and said that something of his was spoiled and had asked me to mend it, then had I seen the path clear. Okay? So what, in essence, what it's saying of what of Takora, if you ask of him something that was spoiled, then you ask of him to mend it, he had seen the path clear, meaning that he made the path clear for you. And what Yahweh Shai said, he said that what? I am the truth, the way, and the life. Okay? So he's the way, he's that path. He's making the path clear for us in this valley of the shadow of death, man. This valley of shadow of darkness, aka Babylon the Great. Okay? So, that pretty much is the point. But, just right here, that shows, that the supreme being of the Ashantis, Yame, is in correlation, with Yahweh, and their Redeemer and who they believe in, Takora, is in correlation with Yahweh Shai, man. So I hope I hit the point, and I hope this lesson was edifying, for you brothers out there, to furthermore prove that the Ashanti, are Israelites, and who, the God of the Ashanti is. All right. So with that, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to Lekman out there doing his work of faith and labor of love and true sincerity. Shalom and death to America.